Headed out to do the morning milking. Gets easier. Every time I do it, I'm getting faster, and it's super fun to get the milk. That went really well. Pumpkin has had some stress problems and actually dried up almost completely the other day when we brought her home. And so I have tried to milk her and the first day she just wouldn't even let me. So then I tried to milk her yesterday and I think I got a couple squirts out. Today I just milked her and I got a dozen squirts out. So I'm really excited that she's getting more comfortable with me. I'm getting more comfortable with her. And in the meantime, I'm getting some awesome milk from Apple Spice and Apple Blossom. If I could get these goats' names right, that would be great. Apple, she's just so sweet and we're doing really well.
Every morning I come out here out the front door on the porch and these beautiful turkeys are just out here grazing and enjoying, I think, the shade. I love the chirping noises they make. Kind of fun. We have 4 Royal Palm turkeys, heritage breed. We've really enjoyed those this year. We've done bronze breasted, white breasted, and now these Royal Palms, and by far these are my favorite breed. Last night I pounded a bunch of posts in the ground, kind of threw together this makeshift pen we're going to use for the goats that I mentioned the other night. So let me show you what we got here. I've got these cattle panels that I know are not ideal for goats, and primarily what I've gathered from reading and talking to a couple sources, that's because they can stick their head through the holes and get stuck if they have horns. Our goats don't, these goats don't have horns, so I feel like we're okay to use them for now. And I've got the material, it doesn't cost me anything additional, so I'm gonna use it. And we'll hope and keep an eye on things, see how it works for them. So this morning, I've got to figure out how I'm going to make some sort of portable, lightweight shelter for these goats so that while they're out here, they've got an escape from the sun. I've read that and been told by many sources they don't like the rain at all. So I want to give them an escape from that. You know, they're not like cows. Cows will just stand out there in it and be okay. Goats are a little more temperamental that way, I guess. So I've got an extra cattle panel. And what I'd like to do, hey guys. Good morning, Artemis and Apollo. You're gonna have some neighbors soon. So I'm gonna take one of these cattle panels, kind of bend it over and throw a tarp over it. I think I've got a tarp that'll work. I know I've got an extra cattle panel somewhere. I was told that there's a tarp in here. That's probably it. I was hoping for a bigger one. I really don't think this is gonna work. We'll try. The other thing I gotta figure out for this area is a gate. Right now there's no real gate. I have a gate, but I don't have I have a gate panel, whatever, one of those green ones, but I don't have a way of securing it I shouldn't say that. I don't want to go through the effort of putting posts in the ground to support the gate if we're not going to keep these long term. So I might have to make something up in the meantime. Here's the cattle panel. Knew I had one. These things are not necessarily easy to manipulate or maneuver by yourself. Kind of long, wobbly, and awkward. The other thing I gotta get for this is some 2x4 sections of 2x4 to create like a frame at the bottom that will hold it together. I saw this on, oh, who was it? Grass-fed Homestead, the permaculture shepherd. He's doing something similar to this with his sheep. It's not a cattle panel folded over, but it's some sort of lightweight framing with a small framed square bottom that he just drags around as he moves his sheep from paddock to paddock. And I really like that idea. So, borrow that from him. Why not? I think I've got some sections of 2x4 down here by Muriel's shack. Yes. Haha. Well, shoot. I've got a 2x4, probably, I don't know, 8 to 10 feet long, and a 2x6. A little bit longer. That's probably 10 feet, and that's probably 8 feet. The panels are 16 feet, but I'm bending it over. It'll probably create a, they're 16 feet long. I bend it over, they're 4 feet high? 4 or 5 feet high? So if I did a 5x5 square, what am I going to do if I had one more 2x4? One or two more. Hey, I forgot about this tarp. That's actually the tarp I was thinking of, and I don't remember why it's down here. I was using it to cover up something while I was working on the shack. But I'm glad I found that today. I think we're in business. Need my tape measure. Where's my tape measure? Tape measure. All right, so check this out. If I go with this, that's, the panel's 4 foot 4 inches wide, and if I get it separated this distance, that's 8 feet. I can still walk underneath it, and it'll provide, I'll throw a tarp over that. That'll keep all the rain and weather and sun off of the goats. It's wide enough for 2 of them to lay down on either side. My only concern is that it's only 4 feet 4 inches deep, if that's what you want to call it. I feel like I'm gonna want to double this up, but I don't want that added weight. I just don't know that this will create enough shade, so I might have to double this up. What I'm gonna do is make one and see how it goes. All right, so we've got the basic frame cut out and screwed together in the corners. I cut a bunch of these braces that I'm gonna throw in the corners like this to brace it up. Once I square it up and everything, throw those on each of the corners. That'll just help keep it square, give it some stability, or whatever you want to call it, I think. And I wish I had my GoPro. I lost my GoPro. I misplaced my GoPro. Or I would have time-lapsed everything. But who wants to see somebody build something? I'm not a how-to channel. Just kind of stepping you through this really quick on this shelter. Maybe this won't even make the cut. Okay, let me show you how this turned out, because it didn't turn out the way I went into it. So initially we had the one panel stretching over. I thought that was going to work, but when I got it all set up, I had my wife come out to get her blessing on it. She didn't like it, and for good reason. She pointed out a couple things. It was because of its height, it was really flimsy. The tarps that I have are not big enough for that shape, so they couldn't provide sufficient shade. I think those were the two main things. She just didn't like it overall. So I had to figure out what to do. So what I did was I took that 16-foot by 4-foot panel and I cut it in half and did two 8-foot sections over top. Let me show you. So it's a lot shorter, as you can see, and the tarp still doesn't quite fit, but it provides much more shade. And they used it. They like it. They seem to like it. Gets them out of the sun and provides enough shade for them. And it's light enough. Trish was moving it around. So this is the shelter we're going to use when we put them out to pasture. So I'm excited about the goat shelter. I think it worked out really well. The goats seem to be enjoying it. It'll be easy to drag around, and it'll serve a good purpose, I think. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it lasts. But appreciate you. Oh my word, you shedding dog. Appreciate you coming along on this journey that we like to call. Appreciate you coming along on this journey we like to call homesteading. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.